Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Radha Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की, कृष्ण बलराम की, गौर मिठाई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। So definitely those are part of the Sankirtan team. If you are carrying kartas in the class, ideally you can start playing kartas when you have learned to a certain level. Otherwise it can create disturbance in the kirtan. So we have to first learn basic tals, little practice, then we can play along with the kirtan. Okay, so we'll start with prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta, Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswate Devi, Gaurvani Pracharini, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we'll read from third chapter, 25th verse. Bhavi, जिसमें you have connected Wi-Fi?
हाँ.
Both?
Screen is coming. Screen, no, the white.
So 25th verse. Saktah कर्मणि अविद्वांसो सक्तः कर्मणि अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत विद्वान् तथा सक्तः कुर्यात् विद्वांस तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षु लोक संग्रहम् चिकीर्षु लोक संग्रहम् सक्त कर्मणि अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्यात् विद्वांस तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षु लोक संग्रहम् सक्तः कर्मणि अविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्यात् विद्वांस तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षु लोक संग्रहम्. Anyone like to chant? Yes.
Satta karmaniya vidvanso
Satta karmaniya vidvanso
yatha kurvanti bharata
Kuryat vidvansata saktash Chikirshu loka sangraham. Anyone like to read translations?
As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, similarly learned may also act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. Hare Krishna.
As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results. No? So most of the people in this material world are fruitive in nature. Whatever they do, they want to enjoy the results of their activities. They want to satisfy their mind and senses through those activities. That is why anybody performs any activity here in this world. Even including religious activities. Why people perform pious activities? Correct? So that they can get some good results. Good results will come in the form of, how they will come? Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shridhir, good birth, opulence, intelligence, beauty, all that will come to you. Another understanding what people have that if they will perform pious activities, then they can get rid of sinful reactions. Because the material world is designed like that. Anything you do in this world, there will be some sinful activity, some sinful reaction. So people perform pious activities, not with the intention of pleasing the Lord. Their intention is that somehow they can get rid of sinful reaction so that they can continue their material sense gratification. But that is not the way it works. Correct? Pious activity don't cancel out your sinful reactions. Similarly, the learned may also act, but without attachment for sake of leading people on the right path. Learned means those who are aware what is the purpose of my life. Learned means those who are aware what is the right path. Those are following the Shastra scriptures in their life. So they also appear to be acting like fruity persons in this world. Just like fruity people, they work very hard, they also chase, and they also have targets to achieve in their life. Sometimes it appears like devotees are also like that. They are also working, they also have projects. Correct? It appears like they are also like karmis only, devotees. They are also working like karmis. But no, here is a difference. The difference is of the consciousness with which they are working. A devotee also goes to a temple, a karmi also goes to a temple, but both are going with a different level of consciousness. Externally appears like both are going for the pleasure of the Lord, but one person is going for actually his pleasure. Another person is going for the pleasure of the Lord. So devotees also work hard, they also plan projects, they also have targets in terms of how can we preach more and more Krishna consciousness, they also plan, they also have meetings, everything they do. Just like karmis. But the real agenda is everything is happening for the pleasure of Krishna. But if you see externally, both of them will appear like same. They're also using all the gadgets, all the correct, all the systems which are there. But the difference is no consciousness. Okay, so Krishna explains that learned may also act, but without attachment. They are not attached to the results of the activity. They don't want to enjoy anything. Whatever they get, they want to offer to Krishna for the sake of leading people on the right path. So what is mentioned here that devotees, they also work and they use their intelligence, their abilities in service of Krishna. They don't follow artificial renunciation. Spiritual life generally people think means renunciation, give up everything, go to forest. That is called artificial renunciation. Real renunciation is nirbandha Krishna sambandha yukta karakya uchyate. Real renunciation is that we understand from Bhagavad Gita, whatever I see in this creation, everything belongs to the Lord. Everything has come from the Lord. Like in Mahabharata, in the beginning of this battlefield of Kurukshetra, Duryodhana, when he was comparing strength of both the armies, so he says to Dronacharya that my strength, our strength is immeasurable. So Duryodhana was living the concept of me and mine. My strength, my army, I have Dronacharya, I have Bhishma, everybody can defeat the Pandavas. But Pandavas were not living in this hallucination. They were aware all the strength, anything is there with us, everything is coming from Krishna. Lord only provides everything, all the abilities. Now, suppose somebody is a very good singer, singing very nicely. From where that ability is coming in that person to sing so nicely, that strength to sing in a melodious way. Krishna provides that. It is not based on the strength of the throat, neck, size of the body. No, it's not like that. Krishna provides that ability in a man to sing nicely, to dance nicely, to do something. All the creativity, everything, whatever you see is coming from Krishna. So devotees, they don't see that person, they see the ability in the man. That person, oh, this ability is given by Krishna to me. So nicely singing. It's coming from Krishna only. That is why it is how devotees see this world. Okay, so next verse. Na buddhi bhedam janaye ajnanam karma sangina joshe sarva karmani joshe sarva karmani vidvan yuktah समाचरन् वेदवान् युक्त समाचरन् न बुद्धि भेदं जनये अज्ञानां कर्म संगिनां जोषेत् सर्व कर्माणि विद्वान् युक्त समाचरन् न बुद्धि भेदं जनये अज्ञानां कर्म संगिनां जोषेत् सर्व कर्माणि विद्वान् युक्त समाचरन् न बुद्धि भेदं जनये अज्ञानं कर्म संगिनां जोषेत् सर्व कर्माणि विद्वान् युक्त समाचरन्. Anyone like to translate this?
Let not the wise disrupt the minds of the ignorant who are attached to futile action. They should not be encouraged to refrain from work, but to engage in work in the spirit of devotion.
Let not the wise disrupt the minds of the ignorant. Ignorant means those who are bereft of real knowledge, purpose of life. They are fully absorbed in futile activities day and night. They have concluded the goal of life is only sense gratification, nothing else. So, when it comes to God, Krishna himself and his pure devotees, when they come, they appear in this material world, they act in a way so that they don't disrupt their activities. Correct? So when pure devotees of Krishna and Lord appears here in this world, they act in such a way whereby they can engage their activities in Krishna consciousness. Means pure devotees are not meant to do anything in this world. They are already liberated. They are free from the cycle of birth and death. They have nothing to attain, nothing to achieve in this world. But still they perform some activities in order to guide people, those who are fruitive in nature, those who are attached to materialistic activities. Just like in case of a mother and a child. Suppose a child is not eating anything. So sometimes what mother will do? She will also sit with the child and start, although she is not feeling hungry, but she will eat. So that child will also start eating with a mother. Correct? Or suppose there is a very big scholar, uh, he knows everything in this world, he has read so many books. But suppose he has to go in a kindergarten school class, he has to teach the students their ABCD. So will he talk about higher subject matters or he will talk about ABCD only? Not talk about, see, I have studied from this Harvard University, I know this many things. The children will not understand me, so he has to talk in their language. So Krishna also performs activity in such a way whereby all these materialistic people, they can engage the results of their activities in service of Krishna. In this world, there are two types of people mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. One is in the category of demons, another is in the category of demigods or devotees. So most of the population in Kali Yuga are demoniac in nature. Everybody looks like human being only outside. Demons is not like having two horns, big teeth, no. Demons mean their consciousness. So Krishna discusses that in the 16th chapter. Krishna explains that what is the mentality of an ignorant person, or person who is having demonic mentality. Krishna explains in the 16th chapter, 7th verse, Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidur asuraha na shocham nape cha acharu na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in. This is their consciousness. Those are demonic. They do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. They just act based on their mental speculation. They don't take guidance from the scripture. They don't ask anyone. They just feel whatever comes to their mind is right. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior. Cleanliness is of two types, external and internal. So these people, they don't have any cleanliness. Correct? Not truth is found in them. Correct? So they are always duplicit in their behavior. They are not transparent in their dealings with others. Krishna explains this is called demonic nature. So actually, the purpose of life is defined in our Vedas. Krishna explains, Vedeshta sarver ahamiva vedya vedanta krit vedavid eva cham. Goal of human formal life can be only understood through the Vedas. And Krishna has already declared Bhagavad Gita. What is the goal of Vedas? Krishna explains that I am the compiler of Vedas. And through Vedas, I am to be obtained. I am the goal of the Vedas. Ultimate goal of Vedas is to understand God Himself, Krishna Himself. But if a person is not aware of this goal, then he will create his own goals, mental speculation, and he will work hard for those goals. Prabhupada says there are people busy, foolish. There are different classes of people. Lazy intelligence, lazy foolish, and busy foolish. Today most of the people are busy foolish. Who are busy foolish? So the society where we are staying right now, these days there are a lot of monkeys in our society. And whole day they are busy in some activity, something they are doing, whole day and night. They don't even take rest. Whole day they are busy. But if you see those monkeys, you will never think that they are doing very serious activity. Oh, we have to focus on that. Of course, there are human beings who are spending time to understand their activities, what they do all day, right? But as for the scriptures, they are animals. Goal of life is eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's it. So you don't have to spend time in studying their activities. That is not your goal of life. Correct? So Prabhupada says they are all busy foolish. So if human beings are also busy, But the goal of life is not defined as per the Vedas. They are busy foolish. Suppose there are demigods from heaven watching our activities on earth. So what they will see? Human beings are throwing bombs on each other, fighting with each other, killing, correct? Creating nuclear weapons. Nobody is thinking what will happen with me after death. Nobody is asking these questions. Nobody is interested. They're only thinking, okay, this is only life. After this, everything is void. Nothing is there after that. Nothing will be there after death. Everything will become shunya, shunyavadi. So like that, everybody is busy in this material world. But from the point of view of scriptures, they are actually demonic nature because they do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Human form life is very different from animals. Human form life is meant to be more peaceful, more oriented towards the goal of life. They are meant to study scriptures. That is the goal of life. They are meant to discuss the shastras from different angles. They are meant to do research on the scriptures. This is the goal of human form life. But if this is not there, then they will be their energy will be used in all these animalistic propensities. Correct? So that is why we see we are creating unnecessary armies, weapons, because the goal is eating, sleeping, mating, defending. For defending, so much of money is being spent. From where the money is coming from? Taxpayers. From where they are paying tax because they are working hard outside. So all the hard work of human beings is used in defense. And then the wars are declared and the entire thing is used. Somebody was sharing one BrahMos, that missile, one missile which India was throwing on Pakistan. One cost of one BrahMos missile is around something 400 CR, something like that. Very costly. 400 or something like that. Exact figure I don't know. It's very costly. One BrahMos missile. And they are just throwing like that in wars. Correct? We make our temples. It takes years to raise donations. And wars, just like that, the money goes. Correct? Huh? 25 crores. 35. Again, it's very cost. 35 crores for one BrahMos missile. Just imagine. India was throwing those missiles. If you throw 4-5 missiles, ho gaya 100 CR. 100 200 CR ho gaya. Like that. So, like that, we are wasting the vital energy of human beings. Actually, that money is coming from hard work of human beings only. So, their vital energy is being utilized in all these activities. Eating, waiting, sleeping, defending, that's it. But that energy is meant for what? That energy is meant for this. Shastras, understanding the scriptures, working for spiritual advancement. Correct? And again, the factories where these missiles are made, so many people are working in those factories. The scientists who are involved in creating these missiles, they are also using their intelligence. Correct? Everywhere, so many human beings are using their intelligence energy only for defense, which is actually not the goal of life. So what Prakriti does, as soon as there is unnecessary accumulation of military, army, weapons, then immediately Prakriti arranges a war, so that everything is used. Just like Krishna declared, based on encouragement of the Lord, this battlefield, battle of Kurukshetra was declared. Because Krishna wanted to destroy unnecessary army, which is getting accumulated on this planet. So like that, they are not very clean in their behavior because they are engaged in so many sinful activities. They are not truthful. Correct? Chanakya Pandit says that never put your faith on politicians because they don't have control over their senses. They don't have any determination. Whatever they say, they can turn around. So you can rely, put your faith on politicians like that. Correct? And then it is mentioned what is the nature of demonic nature. They say that this world is unreal and that there is no foundation, that there is no God in control. It is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. This is their philosophy. That's it. There is nobody who is controlling this world. Why you have to read Bhagavad Gita? Why you have to follow anyone? Nobody is there controlling this world. This world is only meant for sense gratification. That's it. Work hard and enjoy your senses. That's it. There is nothing beyond this. Nothing will go after this. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves, who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. So, any field we see, even farming also, all this chemical fertilizer, pesticides, whatever we are creating, correct? Now we don't have even pure seeds of the crops. They all are getting genetically modified. The rice what we are eating, wheat, everything is getting genetically modified. So you don't have those natural seeds left now in this world. Correct? So why? Because they are always using the intelligence in all these activities. You have to use your energy in some direction. If you don't do in right direction, you will engage in some wrong direction, something you will do. So that is why human form of life is meant to engage their energy and intelligence in as per the guidance of the scriptures. That is why the first step in human form of life is to accept a bona fide spiritual master. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariparishna sevya. Pradeshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshana. That is the first step in Varnashram system was a child was at the age of 5 was sent to Gurukul. So that first he is able to understand what is the purpose of my life, where I have to spend my energy and intelligence. So that he will not waste his human form of life, which he has got after so many cycle of birth and death, 84 lakh species. They believe that to gratify the senses on to the end of life is a prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, there is no end to their anxiety, being bound by hundreds and thousands of desires. By lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. So, demons means those who are never peaceful. Why they are not peaceful? Because they have hundreds and thousands of desires. Because these material desires are compared to like fire. You try to satisfy them, it is like pouring oil in fire. If you pour oil in fire, it will increase more and more. So they work very hard for satisfying the material desires and they just keep increasing their desires and they are never peaceful, never satisfied, full of anxiety. So being bound by 100,000 desires by lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means. So what happens because their desires are increasing more and more? So for satisfaction of desire, what you need? Artha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So for artha, they even engage in sinful activities. They do sinful activities. So that to get more money, satisfy the desires. And more they do sinful activities, they get implicated in cycle of birth and death. More sinful reactions, more dukkha. So like that, human beings are trapped in this cycle. More and more they are trying to satisfy desire, it is increasing more and more desires, and then to accumulate money, they do more sinful activities. The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemy will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. This is a mentality of a demonic person. They always think that I have a lot of wealth and I will gain more and more by myself. So they are always planning how to increase my wealth more and more. That is where the energy get consumed. Whole day and night they're only thinking about money, money, money. From where I will get money. Entire life is spent like that. And because they engage in a lot of sinful activities, so they create a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies are there.
Sinful activities or having enemies?
Huh?
Only because of sinful activities or having enemies?
Yes, karmic reaction can come in.
Activity also you can't have enemies. When you are doing good activity, when you are surrounded by such demons, then you will be having enemies.
Your perception is good or bad is subjective.
Even the so-called pious activities, but if the goal is only sense gratification, they are also considered sinful.
We are surrounded by such demonic people. Then we will have enemies. Those will be our enemies also. That can happen, right?
But in case of a devotee, Krishna protects the devotee. His consciousness is never destroyed. Prahlad Maharaj is surrounded by demons. But if you see his consciousness was intact, not destroyed by anything. Even on the verge of death, they were throwing him from here and there, from mountains, elephants was sent to crush him, all that was happening, demons were attacking. His consciousness was fixed, not at all disturbed. Because Krishna personally protects consciousness of a devotee. But in case of a demon, because his strength is on he relies on his opulence, money, wealth, material power. If that goes away, then he is alone. He has nobody to rely on. But in case of a devotee, his real strength is Krishna consciousness. So Lord protects.
But anyway, we can canalize their energy to Krishna consciousness.
Yes, by engaging the results of their activities in Krishna consciousness. That is what is mentioned in today's verse. That those who are fruitive in nature, what devotees do, they set their own examples. That is what Krishna is asking Arjuna. That if you give up this battle, you go away from this place, then you are setting a wrong example. You are a Kshatriya, you are meant to fight here. You fight for the ignorant people. You are meant to guide them. Yes, Krishna is going to kill everyone. Krishna is not will not allow anyone to go back. He is going to kill by his arrangements everyone. But Krishna is asking Arjuna, you become nimittu matram. You become an instrument to set examples for ignorant people outside the world. That see, Arjuna was a devotee and he left everything and went to the forest. We will also do like that. Whatever duties we have, we will also give up and go away to the forest. But in case of Arjuna, he can do that because Arjuna has no desires left in his heart. But if a materialistic person gives up everything and goes to a forest, then what will happen? Desires are still there. So that will not happen. So Krishna is asking Arjuna, no, you set examples for ignorant people. You are my pure devotee, you know everything. But you set examples for others. You fight here. You show as a Kshatriya, I am meant to fight. But you fight for Krishna now. So suppose somebody is doing business outside. Whole day and night is absorbed in business. Very passionate, fruity mentality. Every day is thinking what I will get after this, from this business. What is the outcome coming for me? Fruity mentality is there. You cannot change his fruity mentality in one night. He is living his life in Rajaguna, passionate. Suddenly he cannot become a pure devotee. So how he can transform? We'll ask him, okay, right now you have 50 mentality, whatever you are earning, you give it to Krishna. Or you dedicate some percentage. Because you have this fruity mentality of working and earning, you want to enjoy the results of the activities. Now you offer some results to Krishna. So as soon as you start offering your results to Krishna, you will become Krishna conscious. Like Arjuna here, he knew how to fight as a Kshatriya. So Krishna is asking, as a Kshatriya, use your skills for me now. That is understanding. Then the demonic mentality. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruity activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, and as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, one has to accept the material body. So even higher level of understanding is if you are doing pious activity, punya also, but your goal is only sense gratification, bodily gratification, again you have to take another body next life. You have to come back here in this material world. So in that sense, that pious activity is also sinful. If it is not engaged in attaining the goal of love your life, to understand Krishna. Correct? So that is why all the activities are meant to be engaged in service of the Lord. Now people are very busy trying to find petroleum in the midst of the ocean. They are very anxious to make provisions for the future petroleum supply, but they do not make any attempts to ameliorate the conditions of birth, old age, disease, and death. Thus, a person in ignorance, not knowing anything about his own future life, is certainly defeated in all his activities.
What do you mean by ameliorate?
Huh?
What do you mean by the word ameliorate?
Ameliorate means to get rid of these problems. To get rid of these problems. So today, human form life, they are doing different types of research work. Correct? Artificial intelligence, petroleum, going to Mars. So many things are happening, but there is no research work happening to understand the Atma which is there inside the body. Till now, none of the scientists are able to understand what is this Atma. What maxim they say is this is antimatter. Atma is something called antimatter. Why it is antimatter? Because the Atma is above the laws of this material world. But they have no clue what is this Atma all about. So here we are meant to do research work. They are trying to go Mars, different planets, understanding so many things. First you understand about yourself. Who are you? Then you understand other things in this world. This is where we are meant to spend our time in. So that is why it is mentioned that in the Bhagavad Gita, Ya Shastra Vidim Utsirjaya Vardate Kama Karaka Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. If you don't follow the scriptures, Ya Shastra Vidim Utsirjaya, you don't follow the scriptures and you define the goal of your life as per your level of intelligence, then you cannot attain any perfection in this world. Na siddhim, na param gatim. You will not attain the highest perfection in your life. You will not attain any happiness. Na sukham. Human beings cannot be satisfied just by going to Mars, moon planet, by finding petroleum. This cannot satisfy human beings. The real satisfaction of human beings is if they can realize their own self, if they can realize position of God. This is the real satisfaction, real ananda. Correct? So that is why pure devotees and Krishna, whenever they appear on this planet Earth, although they have all the knowledge of the scriptures, they know many things. They are already liberated. Still they appear in this world to set examples for all of us. Correct? So Prabhupada explains, Nitya Siddha devotees come from Vaikuntha to this material world to teach by their personal example how to become a devotee. Nitya Siddha means, what are Nitya Siddha devotees? Nitya Siddha का मतलब क्या है? Those who never fall down from the spiritual world. हम कौन हैं? नित्य पद, always here only. We are here for a long time, so we are eternally conditioned for a very long time. But we can also attain that platform of Nitya Siddha. We can also attain liberation, go back to the spiritual world. But we are here for time immemorial, for a long time in this material world. So Nitya Siddha devotees also come here in this material world, and they act on a very material platform to set examples for all of us. Like Arjuna is a constant companion of Krishna. Wherever Krishna goes in the material world to perform his pastime, Arjuna always is traveling with the Lord. Although he is Nitya Siddha devotee, but he never goes back to spiritual world. He is always in material world only, in all the pastimes of Krishna, always traveling. Wherever Krishna goes and performs the leelas in the material world. Why? To set examples for all of us. He is in material world only, traveling different planets, and he accepts a material body for all of us. Although Arjuna is liberated, he can go back to the spiritual world, but he is always here only, material world. Wherever leelas are happening. Not only that, Prabhupada explains, Krishna can expand himself in different forms, in different places in this material world, different universes. Like that, pure devotees also expand to go with Krishna. Arjuna also expands. Wherever Krishna goes in material world, Arjuna also goes with the Lord. Because Krishna empowers his pure devotees. Wherever Krishna is present, Arjuna is also present. But they are still in material world. For set examples. He is acting like a Kshatriya, fighting, not required for Arjuna to fight to anything, already liberated. But he is setting examples for all of us. Everywhere, wherever Krishna goes, Arjuna goes. Haridas Thakur chanting 3 lakh names daily. Now, Haridas Thakur is pure devotee of Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, that I am now satisfied with your chanting. I don't need your chanting. You can reduce your rounds. But still he is chanting for, till the point of death he was chanting. Every 3 lakh names. To set examples for all of us. He is already liberated, pure devotee of Krishna. Not required for him to chant like this. Still he is chanting to set examples for all of us. Correct? So every day he was chanting 22 hours and spending very less time for his body in order to show human form of life is meant to focus more on spiritual activity than bodily activities. Demonic nature is no, only bodily activities, no spiritual no time for spiritual activity. Then Raghunath Das Goswami, living extremely renounced life. Correct? Raghunath Das Goswami was son of a very rich landlord in Bengal. But still he renounced everything. And he was living a life of a mendicant, very poor, bereft of all the resources. In fact, in Jagannath Puri, when he went there to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, initially his father was sending him some money for support. But later on he stopped accepting any help from his father. And he will go go and stand outside Jagannath temple at the entrance and will beg prasadam. Whatever he will get, he will eat that. Although he was a son of a richest person that time, but he was acting as a beggar, standing outside a temple. So it was not that Raghunath Das Goswami took renunciation so that he can ask people and eat. No, actually renunciation means they want to save their time from activities of eating, sleeping, making, defending. So what they do, they just whatever time they get, they just go and approach some grastas. Okay, so give me something to eat. They eat and they continue their spiritual activities. Not like today, where people go to Vrindavan, settle there, thinking free food, free place to stay. That is not the mentality of Goswamis. So when Raghunath Goswami thought, this thought came in his mind that, I'm standing outside Jagannath temple and asking people, I'm behaving like a prostitute. He felt like that. So then what he did? So he thought, I will not beg. Whatever is discarded from Jagannath temple outside, I will go behind the temple and I will take out from discarded pots, leftovers. From there I will take prasadam and eat. I will not even beg from anyone. This is like a behavior of a prostitute, asking from others. I will not do that. I will go behind Jagannath temple and see if there is some discarded prasadam, which is not even fit for eating, even for animals. That he was eating. Correct. Why? To set examples for others. And Srila Prabhupada also started farm communities. Now Srila Prabhupada was a sannyasi, correct? Not required for him for starting all these projects. He was meant for preaching Krishna consciousness, chanting Bhagavad Gita, reading this thing. But he wanted to set examples for materialistic people that real economic development means if you have your own land, you can grow your own food and you are self-sustained, you have your own cows where you can get milk. That's it. You don't have to depend on others for your sustenance. So Srila Prabhupada wanted to set examples for all of us. Real advancement means having farm communities. This kind of advancement, which is only based on technology, is very fragile. Correct? Any war happens, if you don't have your own land, your own food, you cannot sustain this world like this for a long time. But in case of farm communities, even if the war happens in future, if you have your own cows, you have your own land, then you are not dependent on anyone. You can continue your life still. Today there are so many countries who are all dependent on imports for everything, even water in some countries. Food, fruits, everything comes from outside. And they have created big skyscrapers. So this is all artificial advancement. This cannot sustain for a long time. Real advancement is if you have your own land, you can grow your own food, you have your own cows, and you're not dependent on anyone in this world for your sustenance. This is called real advancement. So Prabhupada ji, although a sannyasi, he wanted to set examples for people in this materialistic people in this world. That see, this is called real advancement. Even materially speaking. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a devotee, he also appeared to set examples for all of us, ignorant people in this world. To teach others by example how to be a faithful disciple of one's spiritual master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality Godhead, visited the birthplace of Ishwarpuri. Ishwarpuri is spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Kumar Hut and collected some earth from his birth site. This he kept very carefully. He used to eat small portion of it daily. Just imagine Krishna, Supreme Personality Godhead, he is not required to accept anyone as spiritual master, but he accepted to the extent that he brought this earth from that place and he was eating every day. He not remember his spiritual master. That was his dedication to his guru. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not only showed how to act as a devotee, but he also showed how to act as a disciple of a spiritual master, of a guru. Very important. So there is a very nice pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita to show how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set examples for everyone. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India and there he met two Brahmanas. So very interesting pastime. This is in Madhya Lila, 7th chapter. Lord begins his tour of South India. कुर्म नाम से ग्रामे वैदिका ब्राह्मण बहुश्रद्धा भक्ते कैला प्रभुर निमंत्रण. In one village, there was a Vedic Brahmana named Kurma. He invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home with great respect and devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri as sannyasi and then he was in his South India tour. So there he met his Brahmana Kurma who invited him at his house. घरे आने प्रभु रकैला पाद प्रक्षालना सेजला वंश सहित करीला भक्षण. This Brahmana brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his home, washed his lotus feet, and with his family members drank that water. He washed the feet of the Lord and everybody drank that water. अनेक प्रकार स्नेह भिक्षा करैला गोशानीर शेषान सेवम शक्भैला. With great affection and respect, that Purva Brahmana made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat all kinds of food, and after that remnants were shared by all the members of the family. So they offered, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left some prasada for them. यही पाद पद्म तुम्हारा ब्रह्म ध्यान करे सही पाद पद्म साक्षात ऐला मोरा घरे. The Brahmana then began to pray, "O my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come into my home." So even Lord Brahma, the topmost demigod, he is also meditating. मोरा भाग्य रस्य माताय कहना आजि मोरा श्लाघया हैला जन्म कुल धना. My Lord, there is no limit to my great fortune. It cannot be described. Today my family, birth and riches have all been glorified. This is the result as soon as you get in touch with the Lord. All opulence comes to you also. कृपा करा प्रभु मोरा यान तोमा संगे सहित ना पारी दुखा विषय तरंगे. The Brahmana begged Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "My dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by materialistic life." So he fed the Lord nicely, got the remnants, shared with the family members, and then this Brahmana started asking Lord, "Lord, now I don't want to live here. I want to go with you." So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ने क्या बोला? Any guess? Huh? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "प्रभु कहे ऐसे बात कबू न कहिबा गृहे रही कृष्ण नाम निरंतर लैबा." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home. Chant the holy name of Krishna always." Correct? Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is a sannyasi, but here is dealing with a grahastha who has family, children. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, no. You cannot announce now anything. You are in a family. You are meant to take care of family again. But real renunciation means what? To always chant the holy name of Krishna. Renunciation is not that give up everything, go do this thing, or then I will make spiritual advancement. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked me, wherever you are, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you can always think of Krishna, always chant holy name, this is called real renunciation. Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Krishna is asking. Krishna is not asking Bhagavad Gita, give up your home, give up this thing, come to me, this place. Krishna is asking, wherever you are, real renunciation means we can always think of Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesha Amara agya guru Hanatara idesha. Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Shri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. What is the second instruction for Grastas? First is chanting, second is preaching. Preach this knowledge. Invite everyone in your society. Organize Sankirtan programs. Preach this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to everyone. This is real renunciation. Kabunam bhadive tomara vishya taranga Unarapi ethani bhave mora sangha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised the Brahmana Kurma, if you follow the instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, we will again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company. So when we accept a spiritual master or guru in our life, guru means when you follow his instructions, always in your life. As soon as you follow instructions of guru in your life, immediately you are connected with your guru. And as soon as you disobey the instruction of the guru, even though physically he is there with you, you are disconnected from your spiritual master. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, if you follow these two things, then I am always with you. We will never be separated. If you always chant and preach this message of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, then we are always together. We will never be separated. He matayan radhare kare Prabhu bhiksha sahi ichha kahe tandra karaye siksha. At whatsoever house Sri Chaitanya accepted his alms by taking prasadam, he would convert the dwellers to his Sankirtan movement, advise them just as advised Brahmana named Kurma. So not only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Kurma's house, wherever he went to the house of Grastas, wo kya bola? Be here, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, preach knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. In this way, he made this Sankirtan movement spread everywhere. Everybody started preaching. While on his tour, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would spend the night at temple or on the roadside. Whenever he accepted food from a person, he would give him the same advice he gave the Brahmana named Kurma. He adopted his presence until he returned to Jagannath Puri from his South Indian tour. Everywhere in South India, he was preaching this message. Ateva ihan kahilan kariya vistara emata janive prabhura sarvatra vyavara. Thus I have described Lord's behavior elaborately in the case of Kurma. In this way, you will know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dealing throughout South India. So thus Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would remain at night in one place, and next morning after bathing, he would start again. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ka mentality aisa nahi tha, settle down. Oh, very nice house, very nice Brahmana, he's taking care of me, I'm getting nice prasadam. Let me be here only. No. Sannyasi means always traveling and preaching, no attachment. Ek raat ruke, preach kiya, out. Every day he was like that. Prabhu Ranu Varji Kurma Bahu Dur Aila Prabhu Tandri Yatna Kari Ghare Pathaila. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, Brahmana Kurma followed him at a great distance, but eventually Lord Chaitanya took care to send him back home. So that Pura Brahmana was not leaving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was going with Mahaprabhu. So that Mahaprabhu asked him, you go back, bahut ho gaya. That's it. Now very interesting. Vasudeva nama eka duja mahashaya sarvami galita kushta tate kidamaya. There was also a Brahmana named Vasudev who was a great person but was suffering from leprosy. Indeed, his body was filled with living worms. So there was another very exalted devotee, but he was having skin problem, leprosy. Worms were there on his body. Now just see his dealings. अंगे तहे कीड़ा खशिया पड़या उठान से कीड़ा रखे से थाना. All those suffering from leprosy, the Brahmana Vasudeva was enlightened. As soon as one worm fell from his body, he would pick it up and place it back in the same location. Just imagine the consciousness of Vasudeva. He was even thinking about worms who were eating his body. Level of consciousness. रात्रिते सुनीलतेनो गोशानिरागमन देखी बारे ऐल प्रभाते कूर्मेर भवन. Then one night Vasudev heard of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival. In the morning he came to see the Lord at the house of Kurma. So Vasudev को पता लगा कि Chaitanya Mahaprabhu आए हैं कुर्मा ब्राह्मण के घर. Immediately next day morning he rushed. But तब तक Chaitanya Mahaprabhu निकल चुके. प्रभुर गमन कुर मुखे ते सुनीना भूमि ते पड़ीला दुखे मूर्छित हना. When the leper Vasudev came to Kurma's house to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was informed that Lord had already left. The leper then fell to the ground unconscious. He became unconscious. जैसे जो Chaitanya Mahaprabhu नहीं conscious गिर गए वो नीचे. That is a level of attachment he had to the Lord. अनेक प्रकार विलाप करिते लगीला सेषणासि प्रभु तांद्र अलिंगला. When Vasudeva, the leper Brahmana, was lamenting due to not being able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord immediately returned to that spot and embraced him. Immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and embraced him. No, I'm here only. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also resides in the Sarvasya Chaham Iti Sannivishto. He resides in the heart. So he knows whatever is happening in the heart of a devotee. So as soon as we offer love to the Lord while chanting, Lord can appear. So immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in front of Prabhu Sparsha Dukha Sangi Kushta Duragela Ananda Sahite Anga Sundara Haila. When Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched him, both the leprosy and his distress went to a distant place. Indeed, Vasudeva's body became very beautiful to his great happiness. So although he was reluctant to, embrace it, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately embraced him. And our entire thing got vanished, leprosy, everything went away. Prabhura kripa dekhi tanra vishmaya hailamana shloka padi pai dhari kare stavana. The Brahmana Vasudeva was astonished to behold the wonderful mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he began to recite a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam touching the Lord's lotus feet. Kavaham daridra papiyan kava Krishna Shri Niketana Brahma Bandhuriti smaham bahubhayam parirambhita. He said, who am I, a sinful poor friend of a Brahmana, and who is Krishna, the Supreme Person, regarded full of six opulences? Nonetheless, he embraced me with his two arms. This is actually shloka spoken by Sudama when he met Krishna in Dwarka. So again he chanted a verse with that same feeling of Sudama. That what is my position? I'm a poor person suffering with leprosy, and who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He has given me such a big mercy on me. Bahu stuti kare kahe shuna daya maya jive guna nahi tumate he gaya more dekhi mora gande palaya pamara He namo rasparshato me swatantara Ishvara. The Brahmana was continuing, oh my merciful Lord, such mercy is not possible for ordinary living entities. Such mercy can be found only in you. Upon seeing me, even a sinful person goes away due to my bad bodily order. Yet you have touched me. Such is the independent behavior of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the mood of a devotee. They always feel themselves they are most fallen. They are fit for nothing. They are good for nothing. That is a humility they carry in their heart. Just like Haridas Thakur also, if you see, he never used to go in Jagannath temple. Even Goswamis, some of the Goswamis never used to enter into the Jagannath temple. They used to feel, कभी एक बार अंदर चले गए और किसी पुजारी का बॉडी हमसे टच हो गया, then he will become unfit for doing any seva for Lord Jagannath. So better we should not go inside the temple. We are not fit to go inside the temple because they are exalted devotees of the Lord and we are so impure. We will contaminate their bodies. We cannot go inside the temple. आज कोई सोचता है ऐसे? Everybody asks VIP दर्शन कहाँ मिले? सबसे आगे का खड़े हो. And here is Haridas Thakur, 22 hours, 3 lakh names is chanting. He's thinking, no, I am not fit to go inside the temple. How can I go inside a temple? Neech jati, I am from a lower caste. I have no qualification. Kintu achilan bhala dhamahana, ebehenkara mor janmi be ashiya. Meek, being meek and humble, the Brahmana Vasudeva worried that he would become proud after being cured by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he is thinking one more thing. Abhi Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has embraced me. I have become free from all these problems. Now I will become proud. Lord has embraced me. I will become very proud now. So he is asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu kahe kabu tumhara na habe abhimana nirantara kaha tumhe Krishna Krishna nama. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said what? To protect the Brahmana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra incessantly. By doing so, he will never become unnecessarily proud. Just see, devotees are always introspective. Oh, I will become proud. Now I have got such a big mercy on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I can become puffed up. I can lose my bhakti. I can develop ahankara. So he's asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord, I don't want to become proud. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna Upadeshikara Jivara Nishtara Achirate Krishna Tuma Karibena Angikara. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advised Vasudeva to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. As a result, Krishna would very soon accept him as his devotee. So if we see everywhere, we can see the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Not renunciation, not give up everything. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever you are, chant and preach. Sankirtan movement. Grasta, Vanprastha, Brahmachari, Sannyasi, whoever you are, that is not important. Important is you chant and preach my message. Eteka kahiya Prabhu kaila antardhane, doi vipra gala gale kande Prabhu ragune. After instructing Brahmana Vasudeva that which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared from that place, then the two Brahmanas, Purna and Vasudeva, embraced each other and began to cry, remembering the transcendent quality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like that, both the Brahmanas, they started crying as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared from that place. They started feeling separation from the Lord. So this is the pastime. So in order to instruct us to his personal behavior, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has showed by his own life and he through his own instructions in Kali Yuga how we are meant to act in Kali Yuga as a grasta, as a brahmachari, as a sannyasi. Everywhere he showed his own example. Just like the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as sannyasi, he was very strict. Women were not allowed to go even near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At a distance only they would pay their respects and go away. That was Modo Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyas. But for a grastas like Purva Brahmana, he advised him to stay in family, follow everything, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, spread the glories, preach his message everywhere. So like that, everywhere Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has shown how to act in this world in Krishna consciousness, how to follow teachings of Bhagavad Gita in your life. Okay? And this way, if we also follow these instructions given by representative of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like Srila Prabhupada comes in that parampara and he is giving us a standard of bhakti for us. So we follow that standard, like Srila Prabhupada instructed us 16 rounds, avoiding 4 sinful activities, correct? And whatever time we have, we engage in services, preaching activities. This way we can make systematic advancement in our spiritual life. But if somebody thinks he speculates his own system, bhakti, and artificially announce everything, thinks I will do something more, that will not work in Kali Yuga. We have to follow system of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sthane sthite, wherever you are, you have to preach this message. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never asked these brahmanas, you come to Vrindavan, come and stay with me. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to me, here only you preach. Preaching has to expand. So more than renunciation for yourself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is emphasized in Kali Yuga that you have to think about others who are here in this world. So that is why all pure devotees in this Kali Yuga, all the acharyas, have given the recommendation that instead of going and staying in forest or in Vrindavan, they have advised us to stay in cities, in the middle of the cities, and preach this message of Krishna consciousness. Just like as devotees, correct? We are meant to live in forest in this dress. We are meant to stay there, peaceful life, reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna. No distraction, no disturbance there. But we are staying in the middle of Maya, Mumbai. So why? Because this mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to preach this message, go in the midst of cities and preach this message, chant Hare Krishna Mahaprabhu. This is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is not asking anyone, you give up everything, go to forest, in Vrindavan, stay there, never advised. In fact, Srila Prabhupada has recommended even if you go to Dham, ideally you should stay only for 3-4 days and come back. Why? There is a very big problem in bhakti. What is that? Familiarity. We all become familiar. Initially, it is very exciting, bhakti. Oh, we'll go for Bhagavad classes, we'll chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After that, familiarity happens. The same philosophy, same birth and death, same chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay? No, here only we have to understand that till the point we don't realize this knowledge, we have to keep hearing again and again. Same. I am not this body. Do we have any relation? So you have to hear again and again. I am not this body. I am not this body. Then this knowledge becomes realization. Till it becomes realization, you have to hear and hear again and again. Correct? So this is a process. What is mentioned in our scriptures. So I will end here. If anybody has any question, we can ask.
Regarding this farm communities, does the Hare Krishna movement still develop or help in the farming thing for the?
Yeah, we do. We have farm communities in Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad also we have. We are developing many places.
So what do they do actually?
So we take a piece of land, we do organic farming, some stay facilities for devotees, we keep our own cows, like that we do.
If suppose somebody owns his farm, small villager or something, does the Hare Krishna movement help them in growing it or developing it?
Yeah, we can, guide them if they want. But ideally what we do is we take the land from them. Hare Krishna movement takes over the land and we do the entire.
So if you take away the land, you mean to say just give them the money and buy it off from them?
We don't generally buy, but generally people donate. Where we will buy? We don't have anything. Our projects.
I'm talking
So-
about small villagers who probably have some land and they're probably looking out for help.
They can come to our farm villages, take guidance. Guidance we can give. But if you want to develop that, then we'll not be able to focus in that way. They can come to our farm villages, there we can guide. Guidance. we can give. Huh? पुरुषोत्तम मास है, अधिक मास. हाँ, लास्ट मैंने बताया था, लास्ट संडे when it started. So Purushottam Mass means that there are two calendars, solar and lunar. और उसमें difference is of 11 days every year. After 3 years it becomes almost 1 month. तो वो जो एक month आता है after 3 years, that is called अधिक मास. In this month, dedicated to the Lord Vishnu, so we can chant more, read more, and we can do some charity for Krishna's activities, donate Bhagavad Gita, distribute knowledge, all that we can. I have not heard like that. Read entire Bhagavad Gita. Why you not? You can read it. You can read chapter. I have not read anything. And Prabhupada ji has not emphasized like that 15 chapters. As a specific need, I have not. See, bhakti, we have to understand there are two things which happen. Like Ekadashi can be practiced as Karma Kanda portion. Karma Kanda mein kya hai? There are stories. If you do this, you will get this. उसमें क्या है? Fruity mentality आती है. उसको बोलते हैं कर्म कांडा. So those who are following कर्म कांडा, they also do Ekadashi. What they do? They do in details. Oh, Ekadashi में ऐसा story हुआ था, and if we do this vrata, I will get this much of opulence, this much of strength, this thing, my family में ऐसा हो जाएगा. This is called कर्म कांडा Ekadashi. You are actually doing to get something. But in bhakti, we don't see fruitive results. What I will get? Why we do Ekadashi? Pleasure of the Lord. Lord, will you please if I chant more, if I serve Him? And how can I please the Lord? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advice today here. You chant and distribute is not the best thing. So if we increase this activity, this will please the Lord. So any day or any month, any activity can be done in both the ways. Karma Kanda or in bhakti. Karma Kanda, not in our yes or Karma Kanda. Yes. Nothing. Why would they? Why you have to give up something which is good for you spiritually? Continue for your entire life. Yes.
Regarding the defense thing that we talked about, that yes, we need to protect, but we also need to protect ourselves because ideally, if everybody is a devotee, then there will be no attack. But if we know that we are practicing devotion service, for example, but another person is on a different level of consciousness, so he is ready with guns and ready to kill us. So, and for that, at least we need to protect ourselves. So defense in that sense is alright.
Yes, definitely.
Arjuna.
Krishna is asking Arjuna the same thing only, na? Arjuna is a pure devotee, Vaishnava. He has no interest in fighting with anyone. But Krishna is asking here because these people are all aggressors. They have attacked you. Now you have to attack back. So Bhagavad Gita also says if somebody is in the category of an aggressor, even if you kill them, there is no reaction. To that extent. And if you see the biggest wars which have happened, Ramayana or Mahabharata, everywhere Vaishnavas were involved. Hanumanji is a Vaishnava, but he fought when it was required. So Vaishnava is not that they are simply only, they can only chant and read, or they can only preach. If required, they can fight also for the Lord. Whatever Lord says, they are ready to do.
In the olden days, Prabhuji, in the Gurukul schools and all, they used to teach people how to use weapons. They were trained to use weapons. So, obviously,
No, it depends on which Varna. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
not all the students.
If somebody is very intelligent, intellectual background, then they will be taught Vedas because they can go in the depth of Vedas. Those are very intelligent. They are Brahmanas. They will not fight. Kshatriyas means less than Brahmanas. Not very intelligent, but less intelligent than Brahmanas. So they are given this post.
But if their dharma is in danger, won't the Brahmanas also can raise their
They can, yes, they can fight for the, yes. Vaishnavas can do anything whenever is required. But we specifically don't spend our time and energy in that. Because we also have that faith that Krishna is ultimately protecting us. That is why we discussed past time. Prahlad Maharaj was a 5-year-old boy. He never learned any skills of fighting. God protected him. So that faith is also there.
True, when we talk about protection from Krishna, so then one of the principles of center is also this, that we always have faith that Krishna will always protect us. And in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that he protects us twice. But generally we hear, like today also you said that Krishna protects the consciousness. So like, but generally it is talked in discussions that Krishna is usually interested in protecting consciousness and not the body. But then Krishna specifically never said, I protect the consciousness or this and that. So for a person who is in a bodily danger, for example, like of course we get example of Prahlad Maharaj, that he is a pure devotee, but generally also like general devotees, they are in bodily danger. So expecting Krishna to protect us from bodily harms is okay, or we only say that Krishna will protect my consciousness?
See, we have to understand very important thing. Krishna is more interested in your Atma than the body. Plus, if your level of devotion surrenderance is like Prahlad Maharaj, then Krishna can personally also appear for protection. Are we at that platform? Krishna explained, Ye thamam prapadante tamsnadeva bhajamiham. According to your degree of surrenderance, I reciprocate. So, at the time of protection, we want Prahlad Maharaj. But when it comes to Seva, we are like, huh? At that time, you want Narasimha to appear, suddenly. And before that, other times, you are engaged in some other activities. We are not Prahlad Maharaj. So, you be Prahlad Maharaj always, like that kind of consciousness. Then you can expect. So, depends. We are at what level of devotion, surrenderance. Today we all are sitting here, everybody is having same lecture. But our degree of acceptance is somebody is going to follow this 100% after going back. Somebody is going to follow 50%. Somebody is going to follow 10% only. Based on a degree of surrenderance, Krishna reciprocates.
Prabhuji, why is nature blessing unpious land with natural resources, while India, being a spiritual land, is devoid of natural resources?
India being
Spiritual land is devoid of natural resources.
today, like
Like we do not have crude oil, we do not have fertilizer. But India is struggling with everything right now. So they have to import.
actually, as per our Vedic culture, real economic advancement happens around cows and land. That's it. We wanted more horsepower, so we created cars. For the cars, we created roads. For running those cars, we need petrol. And now there are wars which are happening for that. Krishna ने क्या create किया था? Natural means of transport? Horses. No petrol. सिर्फ घास खिलाओ, run.
Real horsepower.
And that also conscious vehicle. Horse also can see. Your car cannot see. Suppose a driver sleeps off on horse. Horse will still take you to safe destination. Sensitive car. See, created Krishna created. Nothing is required. No roads. Nothing is required. Anywhere that horse can go. And if a horse is powerful, it can jump also from different, at a different distance also, like that. And you are in deserts, then camels are there. Horses cannot run in deserts. Okay, camels are there. Take camels wherever you want to go. This is all artificial creation of human beings, and we have created artificial needs in our life. Like if you go in a mall, 90% things are not required. 90 artificially. Now we have created artificial intelligence. अभी हम पनवेल में गए थे, वहाँ पे just to see some place. So वहाँ पे बहुत बड़े towers हैं, some 4-5 towers are there. वो data centers for storing data. And in data centers का काम क्या है? They take away all the water of that place. They consume all the water of that place. Because को cooling के लिए you have to continuously circulate water. And huge towers are there.
Now they are building.
In fact, Western countries में तो these data centers are not allowed now because they are consuming. तो सब सारे data centers कहाँ आएंगे? India में तो everything is allowed. So like that, these are all artificial things. What is the data centers? Your YouTube videos, your unnecessary photos, unnecessary data. AI intelligence, chat GPT, everything is going there only. And what they are using, they are consuming their natural resources. So this is all human creation. And after that we cry, how we don't have human natural resources. We are a spiritual country. Where are you, spiritual country? Who is spiritual? Who is following Krishna consciousness in India? Correct? You can talk about like that if we all are following Bhagavad Gita as it is. Real advancement as per the scriptures is if you don't add and subtract anything in this world. You follow as it is, Prakriti. Krishna has given you everything, whatever is required. Krishna is all perfect. Nothing is required to be added and subtracted. You follow the system of the Lord, system will provide you everything. And it is abundance. Prakriti means abundance. Just like you grow a tree, fruit trees, so many seeds they come out from a tree, one single tree. So Prakriti is abundance, nothing is short of anything. You know, I met one person, his age was almost like 100 plus. He was sharing his experience, childhood days. This is like 100 years back, he was sharing. He was sharing, at his time, there was no concept of selling fruits, milk, no system.
Barter.
They had never seen Mother Dairy, Amul, this thing. The system was not there. Because in their villages, everybody used to have in abundance milk, fruits, resources, wheat, rice, everything was in abundance. So, घर में कितना consume करें? So, what used to place to? Free of cost. So, somebody is distributing milk, somebody is distributing grains, somebody is distributing fruits, and everything is pure, organic. Nobody was using fertilizer, chemical pesticides. Abundance. This is all Prakriti, how it is created by the Lord. अभी हमने क्या कर दिया है? Artificially, we have created this system where you have to go and purchase. And you all think, oh, there is hunger problem because Prakriti is not supplying us. Prakriti is supplying. Human beings have created these problems in this world. Politicians have created problems.
वो भी तो परचेस ही है, पैसा तो डालना है.
So human beings only have created this problem, hunger problem, this problem, that, all problems created human beings, because we don't follow Prakriti as it is.
One other question. So you referred Brahma as demigod. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are demigod or God?
Brahma is a demigod. Vishnu is not a demigod. He is supreme personality, expansion of Krishna. Lord Shiva He is not ordinary person. He is playing a role of a demigod also, and he is above all demigods.
But we take their name together, so we think that of them as God. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, we always say together.
They are representative God, you can say. Sometimes powerful personalities are also addressed as Bhagavan. Powerful personalities. Because they are representative of Bhagavan. But they are not Bhagavan. That is their position.
But is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh three aspects of the same entity?
Brahma is a Jeev Tattva. Lord Vishnu is a Vishnu Tattva. Shiva Tattva is different. All three are different. You can become Brahma in next life by performing pious activities. But we can never become Vishnu or Shiva. Their Tattva is superior than Jeev Tattva. We are in the category of Jeev Tattva. Indra is a Jeev Tattva. Brahma is a Jeev Tattva. They are all in the cycle of birth and death. Every life they have to take birth and die. They accept material bodies. Lord Vishnu has no birth and death. His body is transcendental. Shiva. So some announcements are there. So we are planning a trip to Sri Lanka. So I invite all the devotees to join us. And next Ekadashi is on 27th May. So very important day for following instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Correct. So this is very important. Yesterday also we were discussing in our Sankirtan meeting. Sometimes devotees feel ki, why Prabhuji only one mantra in our Sankirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We can sing some other folk songs, some other varieties of songs of Krishna to add in some varieties. Correct? Why only one mantra we have to chant again and again in Kirtan everywhere? It becomes a little bit boring for us. So we have to understand Krishna means all rasas, all varieties are there in Krishna's name only. Because Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna Avatar. There is no difference between Krishna and his holy name. तो जो भी हमें वैरायटी चाहिए, जो भी हमें रस एक्सपीरियंस करने हैं, we can experience only in one mantra of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, provided we chant it properly and hear it peacefully. Otherwise, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself? He is chanting same mantra again and again. कृष्ण को तो हमसे ज्यादा ज्ञान है ना, उनको तो हमसे ज्यादा सॉन्ग्स पते होंगे, तो डेली चैतन्य महाप्रभु अलग अलग सॉन्ग्स गाते इंस्टेड ऑफ ओनली वन मंत्र. But this is actually mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is emphasizing Hare Naam, Hare Naam, Hare Naam, Eva hi Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Tanmedha. Just chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and all varieties, all rasas are there in this one mantra only. Nothing else is required to experience. So all the acharyas, if you see Srila Prabhupada also used to emphasize only on Hare Krishna Mahamantra more and more. But we can say, no, I am not experiencing rasas, varieties in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Actually, it is our own contaminations. We are not able to experience. Otherwise, how can a person like Haridas Thakur can chant 3 lakh Hare Krishna Mahamantra names every day continuously 22 hours till the point of death, and he is not getting bored. He is not asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, कोई और मंत्र दे दो, बहुत दिनों से chanting कर रहा हूँ, कुछ और chanting करते हैं, कोई और song गाते हैं. No, this is the difference between ordinary name and Krishna's name. Entire ocean of rasas are there only in one mantra. Provided you have to become qualified to experience all the rasas. So the problem is not in the mantra. Problem is we don't have the purity to experience that. So we have to chant more. By chanting more and more, all these rasas will be revealed to us. So this is very important for us. Otherwise, what happens? Sometimes devotees get attracted to different songs on Krishna. ये folk song गाते हैं, वो वाला song गाते हैं प्रभु जी. Achitam Keshav, this thing, so many songs are there. This also will sing. No doubt, they are all Krishna's name only. But we follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, "नहीं एक ही मंत्र पे focus करो. इसमें सारे रस मिलेंगे आपको जो चाहिए." And every day we are having Bhagavad Gita online reading sessions Monday to Friday, 8 to 8:30 p.m. So not only Sundays, we can be in touch always, every day through these online sessions. Just for half an hour, we can, if you wish, you can join us for these sessions. And you can share the details of these sessions with your family, friends, relatives in your societies, especially those who are staying nearby. They can come for these programs. And every Sunday we arrange prasadam feast for all devotees, so you can sponsor one of the Sundays. And after you have taken prasadam, then what you have to do? Clean your place before leaving this venue. Very important.
What's your class?
Yes. पहले आचार फिर प्रचार. पहले क्या दिखाना है हमें? आचरण, behavior. So today's shloka was this only. Devotees, they act to set examples for all of us. Example क्या set करना है? अगर आपके प्रसादम प्लेट से कुछ गिरता है और wherever you're eating, you take a tissue paper napkin, just clean that place nicely before you. Because this housekeeping is not reporting to us. This venue is not paid venue. They are giving us on seva. So we are meant to take care of it nicely. So like that, I request all devotees to clean and please come on time every Sunday. This is also one acharan we have to set in front of everyone. Now we'll chant one mala. Can you?